Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we untangle the wires of corporate finance and bring you the real story. Today we are looking at Orchid Island Capital Incorporated's latest report. They just dropped their earnings for the third quarter and the first 9 months of 2025. And let's just say some of the numbers might make your eyebrows go up. Before we dive in, if you like your financial news delivered straight, without the corporate jargon, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And for more real-time discussions and insights, join our Discord community. The link is in the description below. Alright, so what we have here is a current report filed on the 23rd of October 2025. Think of it as a company's quick update to the public and the Securities and Exchange Commission, or CC. It's like they're saying, hey, here is what's new, and here is how we're doing. The main reason for this filing is to announce their financial results for the 3 and 9 month periods ending the 30th of September 2025. They attached a press release, which is what we'll be focusing on. They also posted extra financial information on their website, but for our purposes today, we're digging into what they officially put out for the SEC. Now, one important thing to notice right away is this section here about forward-looking statements. Basically, the company is telling you that when they talk about what might happen in the future, like interest rates, inflation, or even how well their investments will do, these are just their best guesses. They can't guarantee that what they predict will actually happen. They're pointing you to their annual report for more details on the risks they face. It's a standard disclaimer, but it's good to remember that the future is always uncertain, and past performance is not a guarantee of future results. So, what did this press release actually say? It is essentially an update on their financial performance for companies like Orchid Island Capital Incorporated, which deals with investments sometimes called mortgage-backed securities. Performance can swing quite a bit based on what's happening in the broader economy, especially with interest rates and housing. The report is signed by Robert E. Corley, who is their chairman and chief executive officer. This is pretty standard for these kinds of filings. Unfortunately, this particular filing is more of an announcement of results, rather than containing the detailed financial tables within the main body of the 8K itself. The press release that is attached as Exhibit 99.1 would contain those juicy numbers. Since we don't have the full press release content in this HTML, we can't pull specific numbers from it to analyze. However, based on the context of a Form 8K reporting results of operations, these reports typically highlight key financial metrics like revenue, earnings per S-hair net income, and perhaps key balance sheet items such as assets under management or debt levels. If we were to have the detailed financial tables from the press release, we would look for things like how much money did they bring in during the quarter? Did it go up or down compared to last year? A big jump in revenue is usually good, but we also want to see if their costs are under control. If revenue is way up but their expenses are even higher, that is not a good sign. This is the bottom line. How much profit did they actually make after all expenses are paid? If net income is decreasing, it means they are making less money overall, which could signal problems with their investment strategy or market conditions. This tells you how much profit is allocated to each outstanding share of stock. A rising earnings per share is generally positive for shareholders, indicating that the company is becoming more profitable on a per share basis. If it is falling, it can be a sign of trouble. This gives you an idea of the company's size and the value of what it owns. A growing asset base could mean the company is expanding, but we'd also want to see if their liabilities are growing just as fast or faster. Beyond the raw numbers, these press releases often include commentary from the management team. They'll explain why the numbers look the way they do. Are they blaming market conditions, or are they highlighting successes in their strategy? This commentary is crucial for understanding the story behind the numbers. For example, management might talk about facing challenges due to rising interest rates impacting their portfolio. Or they might highlight successful hedging strategies that protected their assets. Now, looking at this filing more broadly, Orchid Island Capital Incorporated is a real estate investment trust that focuses on agency mortgage-backed securities. This business is highly sensitive to interest rate environments. When interest rates rise, the value of existing, lower, yield mortgage-backed securities tends to fall. Conversely, when rates fall, their value can increase. The commentary within their press release would likely delve into how the prevailing interest rate and inflation trends in the third quarter of 2025 affected their portfolio's performance, their borrowing costs, and their ability to generate income from new investments. The caution about forward-looking statements section is particularly relevant here. It signals that the company operates in a volatile market where predicting outcomes is difficult. They are essentially managing expectations for investors, reminding them of the inherent risks in their business model. Factors like prepayment speeds on mortgages, liquidity in the mortgage-backed securities market, and the overall stability of the housing sector are all critical elements that would be discussed in their financial results. Based on what we can infer from the filing structure, Orchid Island Capital Incorporated is reporting its performance. The key will be to see if their results show resilience in a potentially challenging economic climate, or if they reflect the pressures often associated with rising interest rates and market uncertainty. Without the specific press release details, it's hard to give a precise financial opinion. However, the act of filing these results is a signal that they are actively managing their business and communicating with the market. So, what is the takeaway here? Orchid Island Capital Incorporated has released its latest financial update. While this report itself is a bit high level, it points to a more detailed announcement containing the actual financial performance figures. Investors will be scrutinizing that press release for earnings, revenue, and other key metrics to gauge the company's health. Given their business, how they've navigated the interest rate environment in the third quarter of 2025 will be the central story. Alright, that is our initial look based on the structure of this filing. What are your thoughts on companies like Orchid Island Capital Incorporated and their sensitivity to market conditions? Let us know in the comments below if you found this breakdown useful. Please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings. And for those of you who want to connect and discuss these insights further, join our Discord community, linked in the description. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next video.